fellas, yes sir. We're getting that crazy storm today that hit, you know, the eastern seaboard of the States. It's hit everywhere basically by the sounds of it. I think they got a crazy amount of rain down in California, and I believe it sort of followed all the way across, and now here we are, we have it. But yeah, all right, so we're gonna go for a little drive here. There's not much snow down right now, but it's freezing rain and snow mix. It's very slippery, so this is a perfect time to do a driving review on the Toyo AT2 Extremes right there. I've done some plowing videos with these tires on, but you know, not everyone that buys these trucks or buy these tires are going to be using on a plow truck, so I figured it's a good opportunity to take it for a drive and show you guys how it performs. We haven't had a whole lot of snow here this year yet, so haven't really had a chance to do it. Also going to do a review probably today as well on the 4Runner and the Bridgestone Blizzaks. They are a very highly recommended tire. Basically every ambulance in Canada uses them on their vehicles, so they should be pretty good, you would think. But yeah, we're not supposed to get a crazy amount of snow here in Halifax. We're only supposed to get about 5 to 10 centimeters and then switch over to rain. But it's going to be slippery, and there's going to be a lot of power outages and wind here. Other parts of the province, northern parts, are getting a bunch of snow, and then up in New Brunswick they're getting like 2 feet to 3 feet of snow in some places. So it's gonna be a heck of a storm. The chances of me getting called out for work are about 99.9%. So I have all the trailers ready, the ATVs ready, the generators are all ready, everything's good to go. But yeah, let's head out and go for a drive and see how this thing performs. All right, fellas, I'm trying a little bit of a different view here, so hopefully you can get a view of what's going on out there and what's going on in here. Hopefully it's picking it up. Hopefully it's not just catching, you know, the mirrors and stuff. If it is, I certainly apologize. Man, my hand's on fire. The heated steering wheel works good. All right, let's pull on my driveway. Let's give it a little acceleration test here. We went a little bit sideways, but for stomping on it and the way the roads are right now, pretty good. So yes, these are Toyo AT2 Extremes, 35, 12.5, 20s. So I know a lot of people, there's a couple debates, you know, with these tires. So do I need winter tires, or can I just use a good set of all-season tires? I drive in the absolute worst circumstances possible. Basically, I am a storm chaser. So I do response during power outages, so wherever the worst weather is, that's where I'm going to deploy generators and things like that. So I drive in the absolute worst conditions possible, and I've used all-season tires ever since I started doing this. I had BFG KO2s on this truck last year, and they performed very well, and I got pretty good wear to them. I use General Grabber X3s, which you guys know I rave about, and a few of my subscribers have actually tried them on their trucks, and they've been really happy with them. So I use those. I have those on my 19 350. You know, this is my 17 250. So I have those on my 19 350. That truck's not here right now, so I can't do a review on those. Here's a nice sharp turn. I'm going around the turn. Actually accelerating while I go. No slipping. No nothing. So these roads are ice right now. But anyway, getting back to the tires I've had. So I've had, you know, BFG KO2s, General Grabber X3s. They've all been 35-inch by 12.5 wide tires, and I've been very happy with them. I plow snow, like I said, I'm in every situation possible. I've been very happy with those two tires for sure. So yeah, for me, if you have a good set of all-season tires, then absolutely you can run them all year. And if you don't drive a lot, you know, you can get 2 or 3 years out of a set of tires, no problem, and you don't need to worry about changing them. You don't have to book appointments to go swap them out, or if you have 2 sets of rims. These tires are big and heavy and they're hard to deal with. You don't have to worry about doing any of that. So if you find a good set of all-season tires, it's just very, very convenient. Are a really good set of winter tires better in snow and ice than in all-season? Probably, yeah. I mean, I can't really argue with that. But it's the convenience of having a really good set of all seasons. You don't need to do any of that. So I'm coming to a stop here. Slam on the brakes. A little bit of slide, not bad. You can see that the roads are ice. Now, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. My BFGs were also really good, so I can't say anything bad about them. I sort of did this same video with my BFGs. I'm probably ain't gonna do the same route. So the other debate, you know, 35-inch, height doesn't really matter so much, but a 12.5 wide tire. Is a 12.5 wide tire good in the snow and ice? Again, this is what I use on all of my trucks. I use them on my Tundra, which were the General Grabber X3s. I use them on this truck, which are now the Toyo AT2 Extremes, but they were the BFG KO2s. I use them on my 350 now, which are the General Grabber X3s, and I haven't had any issues whatsoever. I've always got where I've got it needed to go. I've been very happy, feel very good, you're very safe. Would a slightly smaller, like a slightly not as wide, thinner tire, narrower tire, be better? Probably a little bit. You know, having the bigger surface, the wider surface in a lot of cases is good because it's just more tire to get traction to the snow, the road. But then at the same time, if you're trying to punch through deep snow and stuff, the wider tire is not going to help you. But okay, so these are Toyo AT2 Extremes. They have I've only got about 6,000 kilometers on them now. I haven't really driven this truck a whole lot since I've got these tires on, because I got the 350 and I've been using the 550 for work too. But I've been really happy with these tires all around. They're a really good looking tire, if that matters to you at all. They're a really good looking tire. I like the looks of them much better than the KO2s. I do like the looks of the Grabbers, the X3s, but just looking at the tread pattern, like from the front and the back, I really like the look of these tires. They seem very, I call it athletic on the road, very, you know, maneuverable. I find that the truck just feels more athletic. I don't know why I use that word, but it's just what I come up with in my head. The truck feels more athletic than it did with the KO2s. Road noise is really good. There's not much road noise. Mileage is very good. Again, these are 35 by 12.5 tires. So with that big of a tire, you know, you are going to lose a bit of fuel mileage, but I didn't lose much. But here I am, you know, this road is sanded, but it's still, like, you can hear the freezing rain and snow mix. It's what we've been getting here for like the last hour or a little bit more. Just came off the shoulder of the road there and pulled right back on, no problem. But these tires are performing, you know, exactly how I thought they would. They're very good. I know a lot of people, sort of, a few guys down in the States have used these. I've seen some videos on YouTube, of course, and they were very happy with them. So there's a Toyo AT2 and a Toyo AT2 Extreme. The Toyo AT2 is actually supposed to be a bit better in the snow, because what I'm told is it has a bit of a softer compound than what the AT2 Extremes do. So that will give you, you know, a better grip in the snow and ice than what this tire will. But the difference is this tire is going to last longer because it has like a harder compound in the tire. The tire makeup is a harder tire, so you're going to get more wear out of it. This is what I've read. This is what I'm told. This is what I'm going to tell you guys, because I know a lot of people have actually commented on my video when I put these on and said that their Toyo AT2s didn't get great mileage. They had to switch them out fairly quickly. And I asked them, you know, are they the AT2s or the AT2 Extremes? And everyone that sort of had complaints about how the tires lasted, they were the AT2s. They weren't the Extremes. So if you want the tire that's going to last, you know, quite a while, get the AT2 Extremes. From what I'm told, PD Power Diesel, I believe his channel is called. I mentioned his name a few times. He's really the guy that I seen these tires on. He has a hotshot company down in Washington, I believe, down in DC. I think that's where he's at. Stomp on her here. Oh, pretty good. Let's come to a slow down here. These roads are ice. Tires performing very good. Like I can stop the truck if I need to, for sure. He's the guy that I watched, and I picked these, basically made my decision on these tires because he has a hotshot company. He has a Ram 3500, so he's towing a lot, obviously putting a lot of miles on, and he got really good mileage. And when it came to replace his set with another set of tires, he was looking elsewhere at other tires, but he ended up going back with these. So that's how I base my decisions. I base my decisions off of real world stuff, not commercials, not advertisements, not people that are getting paid to say that their product is the best. I watch real world situations like this is. If you're debating, you know, AT2 Extremes versus BFG KO2s, you really can't go wrong either way, I can tell you. I did this basically this exact same test with my KO2s, and they performed pretty much identical to these. So are the AT2 or the AT2 Extremes better than the BFG KO2s in the snow? When the BFG KO2s had a brand new tread, they were really good. Probably as good as these. I'd say as good as these. But once they started getting worn down, because there's so much going on those treads, once they started getting worn down, I didn't find that they were all that great in the snow. They were still okay. Like I drove up in, I got a few videos posted a while ago, short videos when I was up in New Brunswick back in November, and they got this freak snowstorm, and I still had the KO2s on then, and they were worn down. Like I replaced those tires with these like 3 weeks after that video was made, I believe. And they still got me into where I was going, and I was driving in a foot of snow. So they'll still do the trick. They're a good tire. The BFG KO2s, everyone, you know, talks about the raves about them. A lot of guys that plow snow have them on their truck, and you can't go wrong. They're definitely a good tire. But for an all-around, all-season tire, I definitely like the feel of this tire better. Obviously, the verdict is not out yet, how long these are going to last compared to the KO2s. Because I did get pretty good mileage of the KO2s. I think I got like 55 or 60,000 kilometers. So, you know, what's that, like 35, 40,000 miles? Which isn't fantastic, but I do tow a lot as well and plow in snow. So that's got to take the wear down. I'm not just cruising on the highway all the time. And, you know, I'm plowing snow, so I'm digging, I'm ripping. But I did puncture one of those tires. But getting back to these, it's really good. They're really good. I'm happy with them. There's definitely, probably could be better tires out there in the snow. A dedicated winter tire is gonna be better than an all-season tire. But if you like the convenience of just having one set of tires on your truck all year round, right on. Especially if you don't drive much. Like I said, like you can get 2 or 3 years out of a set of tires if you don't drive much. For me, if I get 1 year of a set of tires, you know, I'm doing good, because I generally drive like 40, 50,000 miles a year. No, pretty good. So like I said, guys, this is like a really good test. Nice. No one used their signal lights. It's really nice during snowstorms. This is a really good test because this is really slippery. The road surface is really slippery. You can hear the freezing rain. You know, anyone that's experienced in driving in bad weather and driving in snow, you know that just driving in just snow, you actually get some pretty good traction. But when it's packed down like this and it's ice underneath and you got freezing rain mixed in, it's worse. It's way, way worse. Like driving in 6 inches of just snow is easy. It's actually fun. Driving in this stuff is not. Driving in this stuff is slippery. Why would someone park their car on the side of the road during a snowstorm? Anyway. Well, I guess that's pretty much going to end our fun because now we're behind the snowplow. But this is pretty much like my first sort of test on these tires with just driving, you know, without the plow on. I did have to go in and pick my wife up once when the four-wheel drive kicked her the Tundra and she was stranded in Halifax, and that was bad weather, but I had my plow on, and you know, obviously that adds some weight, so you got more traction on the front end. I didn't have anything in the back, but I like flew in there. Like I just flew in there and felt completely comfortable. My first sort of test with just the truck, just driving, and it's really good. So if you're on the fence of getting a Toyo AT2 Extreme or an all-season tire versus a dedicated winter tire, I'd recommend these. The convenience and the cost factor, I'd recommend these. Hopefully they last really good, because if they last really good, then I would certainly recommend these. But again, that's still remaining. Shut up. But still, that's still remaining to be seen. Well, like I said, I drive in the worst situations. That's when I'm driving the most, is during storm events. So if you're someone, you know, you're retired or you just have a truck that you're not using to plow or chase storms like I am, it's just your daily driver, then, you know, absolutely, because you won't have to be on the roads if you don't want to be. You know, I'm on the roads in bad situations because I have to be. I'm not out there because I want to be, just going to the store, you know, to pick up some groceries or driving to hockey or something like that. I'm on the road because I need to be. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Hope this helps some people out there. As always, you know, like and subscribe if you like the video. It's just educational videos, or, you know, I don't know what you want to call it. Just helps. Like, it helps. This is how I get all my information before I buy things, off of real world situations. So this is what I'm trying to do for you guys. Have a good day, stay safe. Go Pats go. Big playoff game today. Hopefully we have a first quarter like we did last week. And I say we'll be all right. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one. See ya.